good thing. I'd hate to be somebody go follow. Thank goodness Barbara didn't put any of us on the spot to follow Kim. We got Roy to be the last one on the program. Come on up, Roy.
Okay, all right. I want to thank everyone too, like Barbara did, and tell you how I'll never forget this. This will be a wonderful, and Bob's putting it all on tape so we can all preserve it from now on, and Mother can sit back and watch it. All that wants a copy, I'm sure you can get one. Bob can make many copies of this. Barbara's just done a great job getting the invitations out and getting everybody here, and we want to just thank you so much for being here. I don't know when I've ever been entertained any more than I have today. This is like going to the Grand Ole Opry or something, and we hadn't even attacked the food yet. We got some wonderful food back there that everybody's brought, and we're just going to have a wonderful time. And it's just a wonderful occasion. We thought that this would be very appropriate at this time because it fits many occasions. And most of you will remember this as I recite it. And it's called I Owe You, and it goes like this. You know, people sometimes look through their wallets or their pocketbooks, and way down in the bottom, past the credit cards and baby pictures and coupons, you usually find a little old dog-eared piece of poetry. Well, I was cleaning out my wallet the other day, and I ran across a whole bunch of IOUs. Some of them were 30 years overdue. Funny thing is that all of these IOUs were owed to one person. And I kind of feel like right now might be a pretty good time for an accounting, Mother. Are you listening? Mother, I owe you for so many things. A lot of services, like night watchman, for instance, for lying awake nights, listening for cough, cries, creaking floorboards, and me coming in too late. You had the eye of an eagle, the roar of a lion, but you always had a heart as big as a house. I owe you for services as a short order cook, chef, baker, for making sirloin out of hamburger, turkey out of tuna fish, and two big old strapping boys and a little freckle-faced girl out of leftovers. I owe you for cleaning services, daily scrubbing, face and ears, all work done by hand, and for the frequent dusting of a small boy's pants to try to make sure that he led a spotless life, and for washing and ironing, no laundry could ever do, for drying the tears of childhood and ironing out the problems of growing up. I owe you for service as a bodyguard, for protecting me from the terror of thunderstorms and nightmares and too many green apples. Heaven knows I owe you for medical attention, for nursing me through measles, mumps, bruises, bumps, splinters, and spring fever. And let's not forget medical advice either. Oh no. Important things like don't scratch it or it won't get well. Or if you cross your eyes, they're going to stick like that. And probably most important of all was be sure you've got on clean underwear just in case you have an accident. And I owe you for veterinarian services, for feeding every lost dog that I dragged home at the end of a rope, and for healing the pains of puppy love. I owe you for entertainment. Entertainment that kept the household going during some pretty tough times, for wonderful productions at Christmas, Thanksgiving, and birthdays, and for making make-believe come true on a very limited budget. I owe you for construction work, for building kites, confidence, hopes, and dreams, and somehow you made them all touch the sky. And for cementing the family together so it would stand the worst kinds of shocks and blows, and for laying down a good, strong foundation to build a life on. I owe you for carrying charges, for carrying me on your books for the necessities of life that a growing boy's just got to have. Things like, oh, a pair of high-top boots with a little pocket on the side for a jackknife. And one thing, Mother, I will never, ever forget. When there were only 2 pieces of apple pie left and 3 hungry people, I noticed you were the one who suddenly decided that you really didn't like apple pie in the first place. These are just a few of the things for which payment is long overdue. The person I owe them to worked very cheap. She managed by simply doing without a whole lot of things that she needed herself. My IOUs add up to much more than I could ever hope to repay. But you know, the nicest thing about it all is that I know she'll mark the entire bill, paid in full, for just 1 kiss and 4 little words. Mother, I love you.
Very good, very good. We appreciate all the spirit that's been here and the effort and so forth that's put out. This is almost, as I sit there listening, observing and everything, like being able to come to your own funeral, ain't it, man? Having all the good things said and so forth without having to die to hear them. Well, I'm sure glad that we was able to pull this off. You live long enough to do it.